Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. Today we're going to do 2 styles of barbecue chicken. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride.
So folks, let's go prep our chicken, and here's our ingredients.
You will need 1 5-pound chicken, 1 to 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, Peri Rub, BBQ Sweet Rub, and Palm's butter spray.
Well folks, this is going to be super easy to do. Here I have some kosher salt. I'm going to be using 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm adding this to a bowl and setting it aside. Now that I have the salt in the bowl, it's on to our chicken. Here I have a couple halves of a chicken. I'm going to take my time and trim all the unwanted skin. And that's pretty simple enough to do. You just want to take your half a chicken, spin it around, and any of the excess skin, you just want to trim that off. Make sure and have a very sharp knife when doing this. Now that I have finished the first half, I'm moving on to the other half. I'll be doing this off camera. Well, now that I've got my chicken halves all nicely trimmed up, here I'm taking a paper towel and I'm going to be patting it dry on both sides of the chicken halves. You want to make sure and get that as dry as possible, as I'm doing here. And if there's any unwanted skin again, you can easily trim this off at this point in time. This step is not necessary of course, but I'm just doing this for presentation purposes only. After doing this, you want to lay it on a baking sheet with a wire rack and then move on to the next step. This next step might be controversial by name, so in my case, I'm just going to be salting my chicken halves on the both sides using kosher salt. Now some may call this curing or some may call this dry brining, but I can tell you from the research that I have done that dry brining term is technically an oxymoron. After you're finished salting the underside of the chicken halves, you want to flip them over, and now you want to repeat that same process by sprinkling that kosher salt generously all over that chicken skin. This next step is very important. After you're finished salting your chicken, you want to put this uncovered in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours, or you can go for 24 hours if you want. This is very important because this salt will help to dry out that chicken skin and also give you that crispy texture when cooking it. So I'll be leaving this in the refrigerator for 24 hours, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, this is the following day. Good to see you again. Here I'm going to be using a Nando's Peri Rub. This is a new rub that I'm about to try. So let's get the packet open and pour this into our shaker bottle that we have here. Doesn't this bottle look a bit familiar here, folks? This Peri Rub has ingredients such as oregano, coriander, cumin, paprika, Cayenne Pepper, and a few other ingredients that I can't remember offhand. This sounds like the perfect combination for chicken. So now that we have got it in the bottle, let's close it up, give it a shake, and move on to the next step. Well, now that we have gotten the rub into the bottle, it's time to flip over our chicken halves, and we're going to be using some of this palm butter spray as a binder. Doing this will help the rub to adhere to the chicken and also help with the crispiness when cooking it. Now that we have gotten our chicken all sprayed up with our binder, it's time to apply our Peri Rub liberally on the underside of our chicken. Remember, we're just going to be trying out this new Peri Rub, so we'll be only using this on one half of the chicken. On the other half, we'll be using our homemade sweet rub, which goes well on chicken and pork as well. We're going to be sprinkling this liberally on the underside on this half of the chicken. I will have the full ingredients written in the description box below on how to make this. Now it's time to flip over your chicken halves and do the same thing to both of them. All you want to do is repeat the same process again, which is just to take some of that palm butter spray and give it a good old spray, and that will help to crisp up that skin. Now we're going to apply some of that Peri Rub on the top side of our chicken. And of course, you want to make sure and get that Peri Rub all over the top side of that chicken half. Now all you got to do is repeat the same process using our sweet homemade rub, which is to apply it on the top side of this chicken half. And here you can see the difference in color, which means that the Peri has a lot more paprika in it. Well, after we make sure that our chicken is properly well seasoned, we're going to set this aside in the refrigerator for about half an hour, let all those flavors come together, and in the meanwhile we're going to get our chibba all warmed up. And in a miracle of time, half an hour has gone by and our coals are already lit. Here I'm just putting a small chunk of poached oak to get a bit of smoke flavor on that chicken. Here I'm using half of an onion to clean down my grill. After doing this, I'm going to take that half and throw it in the hot coals, and this is also going to add another level of flavor. Here you can see the onion in the hot coals. Now I'm just going to spray down the grill rack to make sure that the chicken does not stick. Well folks, it's time to get our chicken halves done, and as you can see, I'm placing my chicken opposite the hot coals. That is to make sure that I get some indirect cooking going on. So folks, now that our chicken is done, I say it's time to rock and roll. So let's put on the cover, and we will not be checking this chicken for another half an hour to 40 minutes. And in the magic of technology, our half an hour is up. Here I'm just checking the chicken to make sure that our rub is starting to set nicely. So guys, we're going to let this run for about another 15 minutes. So let's put the cover on and let's our chubba do its thing. Well, magically 15 minutes has gone by. Here I'm just going to be spinning around our chicken halves to make sure I get some even cooking going on. You may not have to spin your chicken depending on the cooker that you have. After I've done this though, I'm going to let this cook for another 15 minutes before I check the internal temp. Here I'm using a bit of palm butter spray. This will help to crisp up that chicken skin quite a bit.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the post notifications for more.
Well, 15 minutes has gone by and I'm checking the internal temp, and I'm reading at 147 degrees internal. I say it's time to get a bit of char on the underside of our chicken halves, so I'll be placing them directly over the hot coals. And of course, you know char means flavor, and that's what I'm all about. So we're going to put the cover on and let that run for about 2 to 3 minutes. After about 2 to 3 minutes, I removed the chicken from over the hot coals. Now it's time to check the internal temp. And as you can see, I'm reading at about 172 to 75 degrees internal in the thigh area. The chicken half with a sweet rub internal temp is reading at 162 Fahrenheit in the thigh area. We're going to be leaving on this for a couple minutes, but we'll be taking off that half with the Peri Rub. Now that we have gotten our peri chicken all plated up, we're going to be taking this other half with the sweet rub, and we're going to be placing this directly over the hot coals to get a bit of char and also to help crisp up that skin. Here you can see I'm just flipping the chicken on a regular basis directly over the hot coals because we are looking for that char. Here you can see our chicken has gotten a bit of char, so I say it's time to get this plated up. Let's head inside, fasten our seatbelts and get ready for a drive-by. Let's go!
Well boys and girls, here's our 2 styles of delicious barbecue chicken, and they were so tasty. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications for more videos. See you all on our next cooking journey, and we're out until next time.